Hi everyone, welcome to this English meditation and practice. Before we start, I want to give some announcement. Para la gente que está acostumbrada a ver mis vídeos en español, voy a empezar a dar clases y prácticas en inglés. Y bueno, pues esta es una de ellas. En el título siempre van a ver que pone inglés para que lo tengan claro, ¿vale? So thank you for your patience. Today we are starting the English program where I'm gonna guide you through different meditation and give you some kind of teaching once in a while. And the idea is to share with you. It's been many years that I've been asked to start teaching in English, but my agenda was very tight and I didn't have that much time. Because of the coronavirus, now I'm at home, so now I have time. So the idea is every Monday, like today, we are going to have a very easy practice for those of you that are starting into the meditation, that you don't have that much experience, or when you just want to do some little meditation, nothing too hard, nothing too intense, just to reconnect with yourself. And also if you just want to meditate short period of time, that will be always on Monday. On Wednesday, I will be giving classes. Now it's not a practice, but it's more like a class where I'm gonna give you support, emotional support on how to deal with all the crises of the coronavirus and all the things that are happening, the fear of economy, the difficulties at living in your place, in your apartment, with your family, not being able to go out, all these kind of things. And then on Thursday, we will move into a bit more hard practices. On Thursday, we will practice meditation that are a bit more intense. Some Thursday, I will suggest you some kind of trial and difficulty. So it will be for those of you that really want to give one step further in your evolution, or that you already have experience in meditation. So that is the program. Then in a couple of weeks, we are preparing a wonderful course of 3 weeks on how to develop self-confidence, security in yourself, and you're gonna love it. But I will tell you when we are ready to start that program. So now we are going to start, and I always like to start speaking a little bit about meditation. People believe that to meditate is really hard. And it's very complicated because you have to leave your mind empty, which is absolutely not the case. And meditating is boring and all these kind of things. And that is not the case. There are so many different types of meditation that it's almost amazing. I mean, I can teach you a meditation for almost anything you would like to feel and to experience in your life. There are meditation for peace, like the one that we are going to do next week. There are meditation to connect with inner joy or inner love, or to remove the obstacle inside yourself. I mean, there are meditation for anything that we want. So the goal of each meditation is not to leave empty your mind. That is just one type of meditation. From all the 100 or 1,000 of meditation that there is only one where we want to leave our mind empty, and that's the only one. For everything else, it's not what we want. What we want is to achieve the goal of that meditation. If I guide your meditation of peace, the goal will be to reach a state of peace during the meditation and a little bit after the meditation. If we do a meditation of joy, the goal is not to stop your mind, it's to feel happy, and so on with each kind of meditation. So that is not the case. Another misunderstanding about meditation. There are very strict masters that normally come from Hinduism, from La India or Brahma training, where they are very strict on how to meditate. And of course, they will not agree with what I'm gonna say, but I don't care. Because they say that to meditate, you have to be sitting, not even in a cushion, but on the floor, and you have to be putting the lotus flower where the other legs come here, and keep your spine straight, and all these kind of things. And it does make sense. There is a reason for all of that. When you keep your spine straight, the energy can flow easily. However, we are not naturally trained to be sitting in those positions. And I don't care what people tell me, it is not healthy. That way was the one that I started training for myself many years ago. Even after so many hours of practices, my knees I started to have healthy condition on my knees of spending so much time in this position because I used to meditate for hours and hours and hours and keeping my spine straight and everything. There was pain everywhere after years of practicing. So then I decided, as a master of meditation myself, to remove all of that. It's just an influence. The meditation goes into a state of being, and the more that we involve our body, the more the consciousness and meditation goes into the flesh. But we can do it sit in a comfortable place. In this case, I'm over a cushion with another in my back, with a wall. Find the most comfortable place for you to meditate. Just one thing, do not lie down. Because when you lie down, you will probably fall asleep. And that is not meditation, that is relaxing, that is sleeping, which is okay, but it's not meditation. Okay, so you just have to be sitting in a comfortable position, comfortable clothing. You have to feel okay. Because another thing that happens with meditation is that when you are not used to it, you will feel that you have some resistances. Those resistances come from your ego and everything that is fighting against being conscious of yourself or whatever you want to work. So, if you have a resistance toward meditation, and to that we add another resistance that is you are uncomfortable wherever you are sitting or standing, that is going to make it even more complicated. So instead of that, what we're going to do is be comfortable. Normally, I meditate on my bed or on my sofa. The sofa where I watch TV. It's not a special sofa, it's just the sofa where I watch TV. I sit there or I sit on my bed, and that is my meditation place at home. At my office, I have a sofa where everyone at the office meditates. Okay, so that's the most important thing. Just to be comfortable and to be ready. Now, the practice that we are going to do today is very, very, very easy. It's just the most basic and most important thing when we want to meditate. And it's about being aware of ourselves. That is the first step always. We have so many things happening in life. The world, the family, the economy, now the global pandemic that we are living. There are so many things that keep us paying attention outside of ourselves. Some people judge that and they say, you have to stop all of that and just go back to yourself. Practice non-attachment and just be content in yourself. That is a way of doing it. That is, again, a Brahmanic way of doing it. I tried myself many years ago. It was okay. It was not my way. It was not the way that I wanted to do it. So for me, to be in this society means to embrace everything that there is, to embrace technology, to embrace social media, to embrace everything, a completely normal life. And in there, just be able to remain aware of yourself. So it's not about cutting yourself from the exterior, but about connecting within you, to always remain conscious and self-aware of what is going on inside you. That is the important thing. So for that, we will do a practice that will help us to connect with yourself, to discover what is to be conscious, to discover what is your own consciousness, and how can we be fixing there, to do our effort to remain there. And that will also help you to be more conscious in every activity of your life. Okay? Good. Now, before we start, I had to say something more that I forgot at the beginning of the class, of the video, and is that due to the COVID-19, I'm also isolated at my home with my husband and my dogs, which means that I'm not giving this class from a soundproof studio like I have in my office, but it's my apartment where there are noises eventually from the street and planes, and my dog might happen to cross at some point. I mean, it's like it's what we have right now, and we all have to deal with it. Okay? Good. So now let's move into the practice immediately. And during the practice, you will see that I'm gonna be talking to you quite often. That is to help you to be focused on what we are doing and to train you into the different steps of the following meditation. Then at home, after this class is over, you can practice in two ways. You remember the step and you do it yourself, or you just go back to this video, to the moment where this meditation starts, and you do it following my guidance. Okay? Good. So, first thing, let's take a deep breath to relax ourselves. You can close your eyes, take a deep breath, and start to relax yourself. Normally, meditation works better if we close our eyes, but if you feel uncomfortable, you can leave them open. So you breathe, and the first thing that we do is we pay attention to our body. Feel your body in contact with your chair, your sofa, the floor, wherever you are sitting at. Feel your body in contact with the wall. Be aware of your body. In the moment that you are aware of your body, you start to feel it more intense. Feel your feet, your legs, especially your waist. Allow yourself to sit in your own body. And to that, we are going to add a second step. You are conscious of your body. You are conscious of your breathing. Pay attention how the air comes into your lungs and get out of your lungs. Inhale. Be aware of your breathing. Exhale. Be aware of your breathing. And you are conscious that you are breathing. As simple as that. During meditation, it's completely normal that you start to think in your normal life, in whatever you have to do. It's completely normal. You are doing it right. The only thing that you have to do when you realize that you are going into fantasy, just do not think on that fantasy. Do not dwell on that fantasy, but instead go back into I'm aware of my breathing. I am aware of my body. And it is completely normal that 30 seconds after, you are again thinking in something else. It doesn't matter. Trust me, it's completely normal. You take a deep breath, and you are aware of your breathing, of your flesh, of your body, and you're being conscious of yourself. Very good. Inhale, be conscious of your breathing. Exhale, be conscious of your body. Very good. To be conscious is just to pay attention. When we pay attention, we become aware of whatever we are paying attention to. You are all the time breathing, but you are not all the time conscious that you are breathing. So by paying attention to the breath, you become aware of how the air comes in and out of your body. Good. Now we move into one step further. You are aware of your body. But now try to identify that you are also aware that you are aware. You are conscious of yourself, but at the same time, you are conscious that you are conscious of yourself. En la cama. Try to identify that double level of consciousness. You are conscious of yourself and you know it. You know that you are conscious, that you are conscious. And try to connect with that state of I am conscious that I'm conscious. And find that state marvelous. Even if you have practiced it before, how wonderful it is to be conscious of being conscious. Breathe. The first few times you might feel it like something weird, strange, like something is looking at you. That's the point. It is yourself. That is your own soul, your own consciousness. And just remain there. I am conscious that I'm conscious. Very good. Now, most of the people use this state of being as the beginning for another practice, as the beginning into emotional integration or to move into another meditation. In this case, we are not going to do that. This is the meditation. How to remain conscious that you are conscious of yourself. As simple as that. So if you have more practice, do not try to go into anything else. If you try to go somewhere else, you are not in peace with this self-conscious practice. So I am conscious that I'm conscious. You breathe, and in your mind you remember, I am conscious that I'm conscious. The more that you get used to this state, the more that you start to feel peace, unity with yourself, communion with your soul. I am conscious that I'm conscious. I'm paying attention to myself, and I am aware that I am paying attention to myself. That is what it's called in science, in metaphysics, meta-conscious, to be conscious that you are conscious. Just remain there. With a normal breathing, I am conscious that I'm conscious. And it's so wonderful. It feels so good to be conscious of myself. Once in a while, a deep breath, and you continue in that state. I am conscious that I'm conscious. And with your body, with your breathing, with everything, do like if you were surrendering into this state. Like, I'm relaxing into being conscious that I'm conscious. I relax into connecting with myself. I completely surrender. I am conscious that I'm conscious. Relax. Don't do any big effort. Just be conscious that you are conscious. Very good. If your mind goes somewhere else, it doesn't matter, it's completely normal. Just do not feed that fantasy. You come back to yourself. I am conscious that I'm conscious. And remain there. I am conscious that I'm conscious. Now, let's bring in here our body. I am conscious that I'm conscious in my body, in my flesh. Feel that difference. I am conscious that I'm conscious in my body. And you might start to feel energy moving in your flesh, like also maybe tingling around your legs, your spine. Is your consciousness incarnating in your flesh. I am conscious that I'm conscious in my body, in my flesh. Breathe and relax into it. Very good. So peaceful. So nice. I am conscious that I'm conscious in my body. There is a part of you that was missing this state. That is also the emotional reaction. I am conscious that I'm conscious of my body, of my flesh. Very good. Now, we move a bit more. How does it feel to be with myself? Ask yourself that question. How does it feel to be with me? To be conscious of myself and to be with me. and just remain there. I am with myself. I am with myself. It is nice to be with myself. As simple as that. I like being with myself. I am conscious that I'm conscious of my body, of being with myself. And I like it. Remain in that state. Keep nourishing that peace and rejoice of being with yourself. I am conscious that I'm conscious. And in this moment I'm enjoying of being with myself. I am with myself. I love being with myself. I am conscious that I'm conscious. I am conscious that I'm conscious. I am conscious that I'm conscious of my body, of being with myself, of being with my own soul, being my own soul. That's it. I am conscious that I'm conscious. I am conscious of my body. I am with myself. And I enjoy being with myself. Relax into the meditation. Do not make any big effort. Just in your mind, I am conscious that I'm conscious. Surrender to that state. I am with myself. I love being with myself. I am conscious that I'm conscious of being with myself. I am conscious that I'm conscious of my flesh, of my body. It is so wonderful to be conscious. Very good. You are doing it well. And in there, take a deep breath. Start to feel more your body. Move a little bit your neck. And you allow yourself to come back slowly from the meditation. When we finish a meditation, do not try to come back immediately, like giving yourself a shock of I have to come back. But don't try to hold into that meditation. That is another thing that we do. We enjoy so much those state of being that we don't want them to end. So we want to keep ourselves in those state, and that makes that you don't fully come back to yourself. So it has to be something natural. You finish your meditation, you come back, you open your eyes, you move a little bit your body, and you allow yourself to slowly but efficiently to come back into a open eyes conscious state of being of life and being here. Okay? Very good. So that was our first meditation practice. Very easy, very simple. However, it's very efficient to be aware of ourselves. The moment that we go into the state of I am conscious that I'm conscious, we are connecting with our soul. That is what we are. That is our individuality, where our existence started. So there is this feeling the first few times like it's weird, because it's like something is looking at me, it's observing me. Yeah, that is actually you, is your consciousness, and your consciousness is also part of your body, or has a body also. So it really helps us to connect with our higher planes and to remain there. Then we bring that into the body to make our body aware also of consciousness. So that was the whole practice. You can do it anytime that you want. As I said, very, very, very often we start an emotional integration or any other meditation practice with this step, which makes people think that it's only a 20-second practice, but actually it's a meditation by itself that I just love to do it, because it helped me to connect with myself, to see how does it feel to be with myself? How does it feel now? How do I feel to be with myself? Oh, I like to be with myself. And that is not narcissistic. That is no egolatra or egocentric to say, I like to be with myself. You have to reach that point where being with yourself is something wonderful, is something, I love so much to be with myself. It doesn't mean that anyone else has to enjoy being with myself. It's that you have to find that point of peace, self-love, and acceptance to be with yourself. Then you won't be needing the attention or the love or depending on anyone else, because you like and you enjoy and you love to be with yourself. So this practice will help you in so many different aspects that you will discover as long as you practice it. So just to end, for you to know, the meditation, I like to say that it has three different effects. The first effect of meditation is in the short term, in the short time, which is the moment that you are practicing the meditation, during the meditation itself. Then there is the medium range effect, that is now we are done, and you will still have this feeling of peace and tranquility for, I don't know, a couple of hours probably. Unless you have a very stressful life, you will keep it for a couple of hours, and then it will start to go away. And the third effect, that is in the long term, is the accumulation. The more meditation that you practice, the more that you get used to this state of being, and the more that it starts to become something natural. So the more that you meditate, the more that you will be in that state in your normal life. And that is when your life starts to change, when you start to change and everything becomes so much easier. It's like when you do sport. When you do sport, you feel the muscle and the energy moving while you are doing sport. Then a couple of hours later, you feel the tiredness and the sore muscle and all of this. But if you keep training, you start to get to be fit, to get in shape, to have a better cardio, and you get also that effect. So it's something similar with the meditation. If you practice meditation 2-3 times a week, around 15 to 20 minutes each time, you will feel a very huge change in your life, in your emotion, in how you feel in just 1 week, 1.5 weeks. Okay, you will feel the difference. Okay, so if you want, you can repeat this meditation at any point. The video will remain recorded and you can do it at any time. And on Wednesday, we will have the class about dealing with the coronavirus and the COVID-19 and everything happening. And on Thursday, we have a bit more intense practice. Also, some people are asking me about what's the price of these classes, and it doesn't have a price. However, those of you that want and wish to give a donation, you can go into PayPal and you can send any amount that you want to shivagam@shivagam.com. Any donation will be appreciated, but I will keep giving these classes. There is no price for this. It's just whatever you want to collaborate, okay? So thank you to everyone, and we see each other on Wednesday. Bye-bye.